तस्मै भाष्यकृते नमोऽस्तु सततं पूर्णाय बोधात्मने ब्रह्माहं यत्प्रसादेन मयि विश्वं प्रकल्पितं श्रीमत्स्वयं प्रकाशाख्यं प्रणौमि जगतां गुरुं यः परमात्मा जगत्सृष्ट्वा प्रविवेश पुनः स्वयं तं कृष्णं प्रत्यगात्मानं वन्दे गोपीमनोहरम् यस्य प्रसादादहमद्वयात्मा विश्वं समस्तं मयि कल्पितं च तं सर्वलोकैकगुरुं सदाश्री स्वयं प्रकाशं गुरुमानतोऽस्मि गुरूणां चरणां घोषं प्रणिपत्य निरन्तरं तत्कृपालेशतोऽद्वैत चिन्ताकौस्तुभमारभे परं वैराग्यमाश्रिताः. How are those people who set themselves on the path of sannyasa with the sole desire of liberation, but they require certain, what is their ashraya? What is the refuge? What is their ashraya in life? So over there, just as somebody who wants a job, what is his ashraya? That what are his educational qualifications? What is his experience? Does he have any references or not? So on and so forth. This becomes the ashraya. So also now that you are going to walk the path of sannyas, akritodvaha prabhajati, even without taking to the life of grihasthashrama, you're simply entering into sannyasa. What is it because of which you are doing it? So this is said, param vairagyam ashrita. Now it is not just vairagyam ashrita that one should take to it, but param vairagyam ashrita. Now we have understood from other, even over here, as well as from Jivan Mukti Viveka, that sannyasa, hamsa and paramahamsa sannyasa, both of them belong to which? What is the kind of vairagyam that is required there? Does anybody remember?
Tivratara vairagya.
Tivrataram.
Tivratara vairagya is required. Okay. Now we find that there is one more reference over here which uses the word param vairagya. So now, this param goes as the visheshana of vairagyam, supreme vairagya. So tivratara vairagya cannot be called as supreme vairagya. You understand the difference?
Yes, it falls under aparam
Yes,
vairagya.
No. It falls under tivratara vairagya is there. It will be Vashikara Samjna Vairagya. But it is Taratama Pratyaya is there now. Now, in the Taratama Pratyayas, in the, what do they call it, the degrees of comparison, what degrees do you have?
Manda, tivra and tivratara.
Degrees of comparison.
Oh, superlative like that. Tara, tivra,
Positive,
tivratara, tivratama.
comparative, and superlative degree.
Yes.
3 degrees you have.
Yes, Swamiji.
Now, when you want to say a person he is good, that means there are many good people and he is also good. But when you want to say he is still, his goodness is more than the rest of them compared to others, what will you use the word?
Better.
Better. And when you want to say that his goodness is the supreme most, what will you say?
Best.
Best. So therefore, when you want to say the best, the supreme, what degree will you use?
Tama.
Tama pratyaya you will use. Correct?
Yeah.
You will
Yes,
not
Swami.
use the tara pratyaya.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yes,
So
Swami.
now,
Yes,
tivra
Swamiji.
tara. What is it?
Yes, Swamiji. I said yes, Swamiji.
You understand, right? So now, amongst the people who have Vairagya, his Vairagyam is a degree higher. What will you call that person having Vairagya as
Tivratara.
Tivratara? And when you want to say that his Vairagyam is supreme, what will you say?
Tivratama.
Tivratama Vairagya. Now, for sannyasa, Paramahamsa sannyasa, what was required?
Tivratara was required.
Tivratara required. But now over here, in this particular verse that we have seen, now he's saying that they have, and there, though they, now let us understand that they, though they have Tivratara Vairagya, but that Tivratara Vairagya is still going, is inclining forward into the Tivratama Vairagya, so supreme Vairagya. And that is why he says Param Vairagyam Ashitaha. Okay? So from here there is no return. But because that Vairagyam itself is supreme. It was not, a fancy or just for some little time, some punya got fructified and hence that person was having that Vairagyam for a little while, or because of the influence of a teacher that he was serving. No, it is something that is his own indigenous. So now what happens? Param Vairagyam Ashritaha. So now somebody is going to say, sir, we understand what is Vairagyam. It is Vishaya Mitrishna. But what is this Param Vairagyam? Some Vishaya Jihasa is called as Vairagyam, correct? Even Smashana Vairagyam also, when it comes, the person will have Jihasa that all this is useless, I don't want anything. Does that person not feel? With loss of money or loss of some person who's beloved to him, or some insult or something like that, some failure or something, the person has that, "Oh, this is all useless," and suddenly he becomes a philosopher. You may have come across several such people, or you yourself may also become philosophers at those junctures in life, isn't it?
Yes, Swamiji.
So, so now the thing is that we are talking about that Vairagyam, which is Vishaya Jihasa. But that Vishaya Jihasa, how is it that it is that it's not going to vanish? And what is the Vishaya that he does not want? Drishta, Anushravika Vishayas. Which Vishayas?
Drishta Anushrita Vijaya.
Drishta and Anushravika Vishayas. You understand what do we mean by Drishta and Anushravika?
Anushrita.
ठीक है ना आनंद?
Yes, Swamiji. Yes.
Drishta means this is the local ones, over here, going to London, Paris, and then buying some useless Gucci and all that things. The Vishayas, Drishta Vishayas. Then Anushravika Vishayas, that about those Vishayas which Shastra talks about as being in Paraloka, Swargadi Vishaya, okay? Celestial worlds. Now, look at this. Our spirituality begins only when you have dispassion even towards celestial worlds. And in the rest of the world, other theologies, their spirituality ends with the celestial worlds. Do you see this difference?
Yes, Swamiji.
Ah, they are saying that you should go to our special world, whatever that is, heaven. Then they will have also fifth sky. It is पांचवें आसमान में सातवें आसमान में हाँ जहाँ बैठना है बैठ जाओ हमें उसमें कोई दिलचस्पी नहीं है वाई बिकॉज अनुश्रविक विषय वितृष्णस्य now that is called up to this point is aparavairagyam. Then what is that paravairagyam? To have this aparavairagyam itself is a great thing. And when this aparavairagyam is also with more intensity, then that is called as the Tivratara Vairagyam, under which the person is qualified to become the Paramahamsa Sannyasi. You remember?
Yes, Swamiji.
Now, what is Paravairagyam? But so now he says, because what was the shloka? Which Vairagyam has he taken to? What Vairagyam is his refuge?
ParaVairagya ashritaha.
Param Vairagyam Ashrita. And that's why now there is naturally you are going to question that, sir, we have understood what is Tivratara Vairagyam. But then by saying Parama Vairagyam, you are giving the indication that there is Tivratama Vairagyam. What is that Tivratama Vairagya? Please tell us. So he says, Param Vairagyam. What is this Param Vairagyam? Guna Vaitrishyam. What was the Apara Vairagyam?
Vishaya Vaitrishnam.
Vishaya Vaitrishnam.
Vishaya Vaitrishyam. Now, what is Parama Vairagyam?
Guna Vaitrishyam.
Guna Vaitrishnam.
Guna Vaitrishyam is there. So, Guna Vaitrishyam means Guneshu Jihasa iti yavat. Vishayashu Jihasa is called as Tivratara Vairagya, Apara Vairagya. But when now there is Guna Vaitrishyam, it is called as Param Vairagya. Commentary section. Vairagya Taratamyena Sannyasa Bheda Nirupana Prasangat Shravanadi Vidhim Sa Prapancha Nirupya Karma Praptam Param Vairagyam Nirupayati. Vairagya Taratamyena, with the intensities, high and low intensity of Vairagyam, the sannyasa bheda was explained. The different sannyasas were explained. Sannyasa bheda Drupada Prasangat, and in that prasanga, in that context, Shravanadi Vidhim Sa Prapancham Nirupya. Now the Shravanadi Vidhi was also explained to you elaborately with all the details. Sa Prapancham Nirupya. Krama Praptam. Thus, now we are there at Krama Praptam, that sequentially what has come is Paravairagyam, because that is the sequence. Param Vairagyam Nirupayati. What is Param Vairagyam? Paravairagyam. Param Vairagyam Gunavaitrishyam Guneshu Jihasa iti yavat. Uktarthe. Now, you may say that Guneshu Vaitrishyam is called as Param Vairagyam, but is there any pramanam to that? Because when you are going to say Param Vairagyam, it means Tivratama Vairagya. Correct? Tivratara Vairagya we have understood. Even in Tivratara Vairagya, there is no coming back. Say the 15th chapter. Anand, 15th chapter, Bhagavad Gita.
Yes, Swamiji.
Urdhvamoolamrashakam ashvatham
Ashwatham
prapravyayam. Yes.
Andansi yasya parnani yastam veda savedavita. Yastam veda savedavita.
Adhashtodvam
Adhashtodvam
prastastasya
prasutadasya
shakha
shakha guna
gunapravriddha
pravriddha
vishayakavana.
vishayamana अधश्च मूलान्यनुसन्ततानि
कर्मानुबन्धे
कर्मानुबन्धिनी मनुष्यलोके
मनुष्यलोके न
न रूपमस्येह
रूपमस्येह
ततोपलभ्यते
ततोपलभ्यते
न तो न
न
चादिर्न च
प्रतिष्ठा
सम्प्रतिष्ठा
अश्वत्थमेनं
अश्वत्थमेनं
सुविरूढमूलम्
सुविरूढमूलम्
असङ्गशस्त्रेण
असङ्गशस्त्रेण
दृढेन
दृढेन
चित्वा
चित्वा
ततः परं
पदं
तत्परिमार्गितव्यम्.
तत्परिमार्गितव्यम्
Now
यस्
wait. असङ्गशस्त्रेण
दृढेन
दृढेन छित्त्वा.
चित्वा
Now when can one take to the path of knowledge?
दृढेन चित्वा
So that Asanga Shastra, which is there by which the samsara vriksha is chopped down. How is it?
दृढेन चित्वा
Dridhena. Dridhena means that how is that Shastram? Is
It is
strong. Dridhena Chidva. And then after Tataha. Tataha means then after. Tataha.
परं तत् परिमार्गितव्यम्
Tataha tat param parimargitovyam. Now that which is param should be inquired into. परिमार्गितव्यम. मार्गणा करने का अर्थ यह है कि उसका पीछा करना. जैसे कोई शिकारी अपने धनुष पे बाण चढ़ा करके उस मृग का पीछा करता है, वैसे परिमार्गितव्यम. समझे कैसे परमात्मा के पीछे लगना है? लघु लघु बनना. पीछे. लेकिन ये when will it be possible?
If he has the vairagyam, Tivratama vairagyam.
Dridhena chitva, if he has
दृढेन
already,
चित्वा
if he has chopped down the tree, and that means what? If he has that vairagya, means param vairagyam ashrita. So now the question comes as, how are you defining that param vairagya, which means that tivratama vairagya? So he said that guna vaitrishnam. But then, sir, do you have any pramanam to say that guna vaitrishnam is called as tivratama vairagya? Now I am changing it from param vairagyam to tivratama vairagya. The word is different, but it means the same thing because we have been dealing with tivra, tivratara, and therefore I am bringing the word
Tivratama.
tivratama.
तीव्रतम
Taduktam, it is said by Bhagavan Patanjali, it is said, Tat param purushakhyatehe gunavaitrishnam iti. Okay. There is so much, uh, now, how and when does this gunavaitrishnam also come? Now, Vishaya Jihasa can come when you are looking at the Vishayas and when you find that how Nissara they are, bereft of any essence. This is how Nissaram the samsara is. That you are looking at it and saying. But how does this Paramavairagyam, Gunavaitrishnam will come? So he says this Gunavaitrishnam comes through Purusha Khyati. Through what? Khyati means knowledge. Through what does it come?
from knowledge.
Knowledge of what? Of the Purusha, of this consciousness. That when this mind now is able to appreciate that this aham is the witness, more clearly that you see that this is the sakshi nirvishaya chaitanya, nirvikara chaitanya. To that extent, guna vaitrishnam takes place. And this guna vaitrishnam which is taking place is now called as param vairagyam, which means the tivratama vairagya. Got it?
Swamiji, what is the meaning of guna vaitrishnam? That is, what is the guna? कौन सा गुण का बात कर रहे हैं लोग?
Sattva rajatama.
Oh, he's going beyond all these themas.
Hmm.
Okay. Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. Okay, Swamiji.
Okay. Tat param purusha khyate gunavaitrishyam iti cha. Tach asamprajnat samadhehe antaranga sadhanam. And now this is also important that this gunavaitrishyam, which is paramavairagya, otherwise it is tivratama vairagya. Whether it takes place, does not take place, how does it matter? So he says, no, because it is the antaranga sadhanam, innermost means for what? Asamprajnata samadhi. Okay. You people have known that samadhi is samprajnata samadhi and asamprajnata samadhi. And in asamprajnata samadhi, the vritti is not there at all. In the samprajnata samadhi, the vritti is there. But the presence of vritti is as if it has lost its nature. It has vritti is there, but as if it has lost its nature. Swarupa shunyam iva. How is that samadhi? Which is samprajnata samadhi. So from dhanabhyasa, you come to samadhi. This is the next step, correct?
Yes.
What is the definition of dhyana?
तत्र स्वयं तत्र
Hmm.
प्रत्यय एकतानता स्वामी
Pratyaya ekatanata dhyanam. This is the definition of dhyana. That it is a continuous flow. Now, what is samadhi? And here he says, in that samadhi also there is vritti. But when will this dhyana be called as samadhi? Is when the dhyata, dhyana, and dheya. This is the triputi. Dhyata
Yes.
means I am the meditator. I am meditating on Vishnu, let us say. So Vishnu is the dheya. Got it?
Yes, Swamiji.
So I, the meditator, what is his kriya?
Meditating.
Meditating. And then what meditation is his kriya. And because that is the kriya pada, na? So that the verb will indicate the kriya. So what is his kriya? Meditation. And then what is he meditating upon? What is the object of meditation? Let us say Vishnu.
Vishnu.
So there is dhyata, dhyana, and dheya. Okay. So in the vritti, this is bound to be there. And that is the reason why in dhyana, there will be this, but it will be for long time when this happens without any fluctuation of the vritti. Then it is called as dhyanam. Then it is called as dhyana. Now, what happens here is, as he keeps on meditating, furthermore, the dhyata and the dhyanam is merged into the background, and only what remains is dheyakara. So when the vritti is there, but it remains only as dheyakara vritti, correct? Dheyakara vritti, then that is called as samprajnata samadhi. ठीक है सब लोग समझ में आया? What is the difference between dhyana and samadhi?
Yes, Swamiji.
yes
Now, whichever vritti it is, the vritti naturally will have the triputi, the trifurcation, the
Yes.
knower The knowledge and the
known.
known. This trifurcation will always be there or not.
Yes.
So wherever the vritti is, what will there be always the vritti?
The Triputi.
The triputi, the trifurcation will always be there. But now what happens in asamprajñāta samadhi is that though it is vritti, but what has happened to the dhyata and dheya, dhyata and dhyanam?
They are not there.
They got merged.
They are merged into the background, so like vanished. Okay. And so therefore, what is there only in the focus?
Geya.
Only the
Dheyakara
dheya
vritti.
vastu is there. Correct?
Yeah. Yes, Swamiji.
Now you see, though this is a vritti, but is there a trifurcation?
No.
Since we do not see the trifurcation here, in spite of it being a vritti, what are we going to say? Swarupa shunyam eva.
Mm.
Got it? And
Yes,
this is called as the samprajñāta samadhi. But when this samprajñāta, that even that vritti is also given up, then what remains is the vritti was shining in the light of consciousness before. But when the vritti also goes away, what is it that is shining?
only the consciousness.
Only the consciousness. And therefore, where there is only consciousness is there, and the vritti is also absent, then that is called as asamprajñāta samadhi. And this, when happens, tada drashtuhu swarupe avasthanam yogaschitta vritti nirodhaha. Tada drashtuhu swarupe avasthanam. This is then called as being centered in the self. As long as this does not happen, till then there will be identification that I am the drashta, I am the seer, I am the listener, I am the feeler, I am the thinker, so on and so forth. But when once you have come to this asamprajñāta samadhi, now that you can know, even when you come back to the vyavahara, you know that this is not the nature of this. And that is the reason why for the pampada viveka, this is a great, what do they say? Sadhanam. You understand?
Yes, Swamiji.
Yes, Swamiji.
He is indeed a great sadhana. And therefore, it is tacha that ParaVairagya is what? Asamprajñāta samadhi antaranga sadhanam. And therefore, those who have this, what happens to them? Samadhi labha. Nothing can stop them from having samadhi. So, but how has this arrived? The reason also, it has reason from Purusha Khyati.
Exactly.
From where? So when you do
Purusha.
the viveka, what is the nature of the self? What is the nature of the self? And this is the when this becomes your continuous contemplation, then that takes you to the asamprajñāta samadhi. As asamprajñāta samadhi takes place, the tvampada viveka is naturally done. And now this viveka, which has come from the asamprajñāta samadhi, will never ever get drowned. Even if the Trailokya Pralaya takes place, this Viveka will never ever budge. You understand? How, our that Atma is Brahman and I am this Sakshi Chaitanya, etc., will remain as long as we are talking and discussing. The moment it goes, or some mosquito comes and bites, no, mosquito is biting me. Are who you? Gone. Even before you know, your viveka is submerged. सत्यानाश कर दिया तुम्हारे विवेक का एक मस्कीटो ने, समझे?
Yes.
Therefore, now we are talking about that viveka khyati, which does not get destroyed, does not submerge, which does not get subjugated by anything, even if there is a deluge of all the three worlds, even if there is going to be pralaya of all the three worlds, this viveka khyati will not get
Destroyed.
affected. Forget destroyed, it will not even get affected. हमारे भीतर तो विवेक की पैदाइश होनी है, वो विवेक ख्याति की बात तो बहुत दूर है। और ऐसी विवेक ख्याति की जो असंप्लवा विवेक ख्याति, जो संप्लवित न हो। Plava means samplava means some like a flood, deluge. Asamplava viveka. It does not get submerged. Okay. Now what happens? But when does this happen? When there is samadhi labha. Which samadhi labha?
Asampragyatasana.
Asamprajnata.
Now that fellow who is ParaVairagya ashrita, for him, how far is the moksha? He says, not at all. Tivra samveganam asannaha asanna samadhilabha iti. And then he says, alam atiprasangena. He says, now we have discussed this enough. Otherwise, if we go on discussing this, it will become atiprasanga, means we will go out of the context. Samjhe? Alam atiprasangena prasangikam परिसमापयति अलमिति. Okay. उक्त न्यायम अन्यत्रापि अतिदिशति एवमिति. कौन सा न्याय इन्होंने लाया? Anyways, देखना पड़ेगा. एवं. So now what we have to understand here is ननु एवं कर्मवाक्यानां उपक्रमादिभिः तात्पर्य निर्णयः. कर्मवाक्य means actually karma brahma vakya, veda vakya. So how do you, what tatparya nirnaya is required or not? Because that tatparya nirnaya is going to be the determining factor for the vakyartha, if you remember.
Yes.
For the vakyartha to take place. That is what he was. Evam karma vakyana upakramadibhi tatparya nirnaya. So now, even the karma vakyas also, the Veda vakyas can bring you the knowledge, provided that they do the tatparya nirnaya. But then how that tatparya nirnaya also will take place? Through the upakramadi 6 chinhas, six indications. Okay. Upakramadihi prakranadina laukika vakyanam tatparya nirnayah. Now look at this. Nanu उपक्रमादिभिः वेदवाक्यानां तात्पर्यनिर्णयेऽपि लौकिकवाक्यानां कुतः तात्पर्यनिर्णयः? Sir, that we can understand what is the intention of the Vedavakya, what is the through drawing a conclusion from these 6 lingas. But Laukika Vakya, how this Laukika Vakya will be understood? Otherwise, how are you going to understand sarcasm? You please tell me. Now, let us say, there is one fellow. in a village, one Brahmin. Then there is yet another Brahmin in that same village, and both of them have a rival. Okay, they are at loggerheads. Then on one Brahman Bhojana that other fellow had given in the village, do you think this fellow is going to go and sit? He's not going to. But then all the Brahman boys in the village, they said, oh, there is going to be kheer and there is going to be this. And so all of them went to that fellow's house, even his son, this fellow's son also went. He comes back, the father is boiling with anger. When his son comes, he says, if you are that hungry, you should eat poison. What did the father say?
You
If you
should
are
eat
that
poison.
hungry, you should have eaten poison. Vish khate, zahar khate. Now, is that father asking his son to eat poison?
No.
What does the son understand from the father's vakyam?
He should
That
not
he
go
should
there.
not, yeah, he should not have
Hmm?
gone there. Huh? He should not have gone for the lunch.
Now he understands that that food, that person's food is not what he should take. His anna should not be, he should not have it consumed, he should not take. That is what he understands. But what is the vakyam? Eat poison. The vakyam is eat poison. But understanding is this. Are they matching?
No,
No.
Swamiji.
Huh?
No.
Arey, what? No, it is matching. It is matching, and that's why the son is not going to go and eat poison.
Yeah. That's why.
Ah, that's why. So, now, how the Laukika Vakya is then understood is the question. This is a Laukika Vakya. Eat poison is not some Veda Vakya, na? It is a Laukika Vakya. Then how these Laukika Vakyas are to be understood? So he says, Prakaranadina. It is through the Prakarana. What is the prasanga going on, etc. Is what will help you understand. Okay? Otherwise, the son will say that you eat poison, my father said. You means I. Eat means to eat. And poison means that. Let me go eat poison also. I've eaten kheer, now beg on. ये ये निकलता है. If you go by the Vakya and the padas in the Vakya, nowhere it said that don't eat the food of that neighbor. He said he go eat poison, but he understands that that neighbor's food should not be eaten. He should not go there at his home. Correct?
Yes.
Therefore, how nanu laukika vakyanam kutaha tatparya nirnayaha? How these laukika vakyas should be understood? Prakaranadina. And that's why I said that, how, sarcasm, etc. How is it understood?
In
You
context.
just pay attention to how you understand the vakyas. Otherwise there will not be any joke or anything is not possible. But we are not talking about how something is understood. Okay? But how the Veda Vakyas are understood? Through what?
Shadalinga.
Shadavidha lingas. These Shadavidha lingas are called as the what do they call? Tatparya Nirnaya. They become the instruments. Tatparya Lingadikam Adi Shabdaha. Now Prakaranadina. Adi means what? Linga. Linga also means an indication. In my childhood, in one of our aunt's place. I was there, so she made some laddus. Okay, and then one neighboring lady, old times, these were not flat systems and anything. They used to be proper houses, vada, vadi. So one people, people, women from this house, that house, everybody used to go and sit in everyone's house. Nobody required an invitation or phone call. So then this lady comes in the afternoon, is made, and laddu. So she gives one laddu, says, taste and tell me how it has come. So she eats this other lady, and she makes a horrible face and says, very nice, very nice. Now, what is to be understood from that very nice? Huh? What will you? It means that she's saying very nice but does not like it. Correct?
Yes.
Then prakarana is one thing. Like that, linga also becomes yet another thing through which the laukika vakyas are understood. Okay? Her very
स्वामी जी
good vakya means what? Not so good, not so good.
स्वामी
हाँ,
जी
हाँ,
वो जो एक बार पीछे हमने किया था जो सैंधवम आनय उस
वो प्रकरण
एग्जाम्पल
है
दिया
ना,
था
वो
प्रकरण है
प्रकरण हो गया.
जी
Saindhava Mahanaya, very good. Saindhava Mahanaya is what? Prakarana. As he is talking, when he is sitting for the food and all, he is not going to ask, bring the horse. But when he is wearing his shoes and standing on the threshold of the house and he tells that servant, Saindhava Mahanaya, what will he bring? Meat, namak. And so
No.
Prakarana, etc., the Prasanga, etc., is how, correct, Sarita, is how you understand you Laukika Vakyas. Okay? Evam Tatparyam sa Prapancham Nirupya Prasangat Purvokta Lakshanaya Abijam Darshayati. Now we have told you Tatparyam. What is this Tatparyam? Elaborately with all its details, and through this there came, one prasanga after another prasanga, and that's why he had to say at one point, Alamat Prasangena, because he understood that, though it is interesting, yet we have gone out of we will forget the main topic that we were doing. So Tatparyam. So what were we saying? Tatparyam. We were saying that how the conclusive understanding is. So Tatparyam sa prapancham nirupya prasanga purvokta lakshanaya bijam darshayati. Then he said that it is through lakshana also. It is through lakshana also that Tatparyam can be understood. Correct? So, but what is the reason because of which you had to do the lakshana? We have understood that there is Shakti Vritti and
Lakshana Vritti.
धन्यवाद, इतने दिनों बाद याद है. Shakti Vritti and
Lakshana
what is the other one?
लक्षणा वृत्ति
Lakshana Vritti. Sangati is two types, and Shakti Vritti and Lakshana Vritti.
Lakshana. What is the Mukhya Vritti?
Shakti Vritti.
Shakti Vritti is the Mukhya Vritti. And the Amukhya Vritti is
Lakshana Vritti.
Jaganya Vritti also it is called. When do you resort to the Lakshana Vritti?
When you have the Shakya
Where the
Shakti
Shakti Vritti is not able to deliver the proper meaning. Correct?
Yes.
Then one takes to the Lakshana. He has to do the Lakshana. Like Gangayam Kusha. Correct?
Yeah.
यस
Like Gangayam Kusha. But what was it that made him assume that the meaning of word Ganga has to be changed to the to the Tira,
Bank,
Ganga
bank.
Tira, bank of Ganga.
Shakti Sambandh. It was Shakti
But
Sambandh.
what made him do this? That reject this and then assume to some other meaning.
Lakshana.
Of course, that is called Lakshana. Na?
It didn't make
But what is
sense.
the Lakshana Bijam? What is the Bijam? What is the reason because of which he had to do the Lakshana?
Because it was not coherent.
And that's why Evam Tatparyam Sa Pancham Nirupya Prasangat, because now we are in that Prasanga, in that topic, Purvokta Lakshanayaha Bijam Darshaya. Lakshana was explained to you before.
Yes, Swamiji.
Now its Bijam is being shown. The cause, what is it? Etadrisheti. How is it? Where is it? Etadrisha tatparyanupatti purvokta lakshana bijam natu anvayanupatti. What is, according to this author, Siddhanti, what is the lakshana bijam? Tatparyanupatti. What is the lakshana bijam? Tatparyasya anupapatti. Whereas the Nayayikas are saying that the reason for, cause for Lakshana is Anvaya Anupapatti. Anvaya Anupapatti. So you see that there are these two opinions. According to the Siddhanti, what is the opinion?
Tatparya
What is the cause of Lakshana? Why did you have to do the Lakshana?
Tatparya Anupapatti.
Tatparya Anupatti. Whereas the Nayayika is saying, what is the cause?
Anvaya Anupapatti.
Anvayanupapatti. Okay. Now we are going to see what are these two anupapattis and then which one is more correct. Okay. We
Yes.
will see this when we meet next. Tomorrow is what day?
Friday.
Tomorrow is Friday.
Friday.
Tomorrow is Friday. So we have one more day to do this and then we can, because there will be 2 days gap. So we will do this tomorrow. Okay. Tatparyanupatti and
Anvaya Anupapatti.
Anvayanupatti. Both of these are seen as what? Lakshana Bijam.
Bijam.
Now you have to, he's asking out of these two, which one is more correct? Anvayanupatti is Lakshana Bijam or Tatparyanupatti is Lakshana Bijam. Got it?
Yes.
This is the topic that we will see. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra Bhashikatau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah Ishvaro Guratmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyomavadvyapdehaaya Lakshanamurtaye Namaha. Thank you all. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Swamiji.
Anand,
Thank you, Swamiji.
Yes, Swamiji.
just remind Chakresh to join the classes and also make an advertisement for Tattvanusandhanam classes. I have resumed and we are already going ahead. Make something.
Yes, Swamiji.
All right. Thank you.
Pranam Swamiji. Thank you.
Mahadev.